Sports and politics continue to dominate the headlines after President Trump at a rally in Alabama last night suggested that NFL football players should be removed from the field and fired should they protest during the pregame national anthem. In a statement released this morning, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell responded to the president's remarks, calling them, quote, divisive and disrespectful to the league and its players. Joining me now is Peter King, writer for Sports Illustrated magazine. Glad to have you here to talk about this. It has been the hot button issue. I mean, online, people are going nuts about this. It's incredible when you see the retweets and the comments and the like. But Roger Goodell's response. Give me your interpretation of it. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it too forceful against the president, especially on this issue?
Alex, I think one of the things that Roger Goodell has almost always done when he's responded to public issues like this is he's erred on the side of conservatism and being mild and, okay, we'll all get over this. Let's all move on. This one, I think he had no choice but to take a harder stand. And this, for a Roger Goodell statement, is fairly biting. I mean, this is a guy, Donald Trump, who tried to buy the Buffalo Bills in 2013 and 14 and failed to do so. So there's a big relationship between NFL owners and Donald Trump. I mean, 7 of the owners in the NFL donated at least $1 million to his presidential campaign. And so when he says some of the things he said, I think it hits both with the ownership and with Commissioner Roger Goodell.
What about the president disinviting Steph Curry as part of the Golden State Warriors and, you know, the winning team coming to the White House? This is always so traditional.
I'm absolutely amazed that the president of the United States were on the verge of nuclear war with North Korea, apparently. I'm amazed that he has time to worry about whether some guy from the Golden State Warriors is coming to the White House. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And I think the players in the NFL, the majority of players in the NFL, when they look at the statements that are made, okay, about we want football to be a hitting game. You know, we love the big hits, or whatever he said during his speech. I mean, does he realize that one day ago, a 27-year-old player who committed suicide, former player Aaron Hernandez, was found with stage 3 CTE as the result, most likely, of a career in youth, high school, college, and pro football of head trauma. And now he wants to go back. I mean, the NFL is at least trying, to make this a less violent game. And, you know, for him to say, God, I long for the old days when guys hit the heck out of each other, is ridiculous.
What about LeBron James? I mean, he put out there on Twitter, he called the president a bum. Do you think that is going too far? I mean, is it the kind of thing that regardless of what the president does, it's better if people try to show him some respect in their vernacular, or because it is this president, he's made this a free-for-all?
I think this president has made it a free-for-all. I think it's he is getting what he deserves. When he says some of the things he does, when he does the things he does, I'm not surprised by what anybody says about him. And I think this is probably the most disappointing thing from the NFL players' point of view, many of whom that I have spoken to about this issue, not today, but in the recent past. And that is that there's so many of these players who are trying to do good things. Malcolm Jenkins of the Philadelphia Eagles, he goes on ride-alongs with Philadelphia police officers to try to better understand their job. You know, he has appeared before Congress to talk about criminal justice reform. Players are interested. This is not, a bunch of Molotov cocktail throwers. These are thoughtful people, and they're not getting a thoughtful conversation in return from the White House.
That is exactly reflecting what Roger Goodell said about them, how these guys are involved in their community and they give back, and they can't be just all lumped together like this.
I think that if there's one message that I would give, it's that this is not the NFL of the longest yard, or of the satirical whatever you've seen in Hollywood or on television. I mean, these are guys who are really concerned, so many of them really concerned about their communities, and who do a lot in their communities. And I just think that Donald Trump is treating it almost like a cartoon character type of exercise, that, it doesn't matter. We just want this. We don't want real life to intrude on our game.
All right, SI Magazine's Peter King. Peter, thanks so much for
You're welcome,
Appreciate
Alex.
that.